Viewers, welcome to Biamat TV. We want you to subscribe to our YouTube channel and also like our Facebook channel. We want to bring to you this tree. That's a cotton tree. For many years, for instance, for over 20 years, I've not seen this tree, even though I know that it is very useful in producing a lot of things. So today I want to describe this tree to you so that you see how it is. Then we talk about its uses. As I earlier on said, this is a cotton wood tree. So when you look at this tree very well, it's a very small tree. It's a very small tree. And this is a cotton wood fruit that it has produced. It is yet to be matured. You see, when it matures, it becomes brown. It becomes browns like this, and the cotton will come out of it. So when you look at it, you could see that the cotton has come out of it. This is the cotton. Just look at it. This is the cotton. And when you remove the cotton wool, you see that there are some small seeds inside. So normally the seeds are thrown away, or if you want to replant it, but you remove the seeds so that you can get the real cotton to do whatever you want to do with. So let's go around of this tree for you to see how it is actually. For me, over 20 years, because this tree cannot be found in our cities, but in our towns and villages you can see it. And I remember when I was little girl, we were having some in our house, and when it's matured for us to harvest, my grandma will ask us to harvest everything, then we put it down. We were using it domestically, like for instance, if you are injured or if you get hurt, if you get, let's say, sore, this is a cotton that they will add medicine to it, then they will put it on it for you to be healed. If you have a toothache, the same thing, my grandmother will add medicine to the cotton, then she will put it where it is paining you, and you get healed. So this is a tree that you can find mostly in Africa, especially West Africa, and I'm talking to you from Ghana. So in Ghana, we have this cotton tree in Ghana here, and it is produced in a bigger quantity for it to produce, let's say, raw materials to produce cloth and clothes or clothes. And in Africa, you know that, especially West Africa, when you talk of West Africa, we can mention countries like Ghana, Togo, Burkina Faso, Cote d'Ivoire, Nigeria, Benin, and other African countries. We use cloth a lot for special occasions, and these cloth are mostly produced with cotton. So for instance, if you have heard of African kente. That is mostly whereby African women and men. Kente is produced, the raw material that they use to produce kente. Cotton is inclusive. That is silk and cotton is used to produce kente. And in Ghana, for instance, kente is valued. It's a cloth that is valued, especially when there is a traditional occasions like festivals or a king is being installed. You could see all kinds of kente, people wearing kente, and some are very expensive as well. So this is a cotton tree that we are showing you, and let's give you more uses of cotton. Cotton is used to produce thread. You can use cotton. Cotton is used, all the t-shirt, most of the t-shirts that we wear is produce socks, towels, bath robes, tents, fishing nets, many things, including clothes that we wear. Many things. We use cottons. We use cotton to do it. Cotton is a raw material that we use to produce or to manufacture all these things that I've mentioned to you. And as I said earlier, cotton is used to produce cloth, especially when we are having in Africa or West Africa specifically, when we are having traditional marriages, you could see more of cloth. So cotton has, it has a numerous uses. It has a numerous uses. The reason why we are bringing this video to you is that maybe you wear clothes, you use a lot of things that it's produced out of cotton, but you've not seen a cotton tree before. So we deem it very necessary to bring to you so that you see. It's not a big tree, as I said. It's a very small tree. This is a cotton, and you see that it has reached its harvest time. That's why you can see the cotton has come out. So you just remove it. You remove the cottons. You remove it. Then you try to separate the seeds. You separate the seeds, or you remove the seeds from the cotton. You remove the seeds from the cotton. So look at this tree. Maybe you've seen it somewhere. This is a real cotton leaf. Cotton tree leaf. Yes. This is how it is. See how it is. That's how it has been designed. Nicely. So, and you see some of the fruits that is yet to be matured. This is how it is. So it means that this one's very soon it will mature. And one thing that I have realized is that cotton is normally matured during the, let's say, Harmattan period. In Ghana, let me say December, January, February. That's where you can see that cotton has matured, especially during the dry seasons. That's how that's the time that it becomes ready to be harvested. So that's cotton for you. It's a very beautiful tree, very beautiful tree. Very small tree, but very beautiful. And it's very medicinal too, because the leaves the cotton wool tree, the leaves of it can be added to other things, other herbs for medicinal use. So we intend bringing you some of these things that you've not seen for a long time. You've seen cotton, you've heard of cotton. You have used things that is made out of cotton, but maybe you've not seen the actual tree of cotton before. That's why I'm trying to bring this to you today, so that you can watch it and also share it with your friends to watch it. Yes. So cotton is a very important raw material in the world. It's a very great raw material in the world. Everybody uses cotton in one way or the other in this world. So just look at it. Just have a view of it. Yes, that's cotton for you. Very beautiful. Very beautiful small tree. It's not big, as I said earlier. It's a very small tree. And you see the cotton, this is how the cotton is. Yes. So I'm removing it. Like you harvest it like this. Remove it from it. See how I'm removing it. This is how it is harvested. To remove everything like this. Then manually, I'm not talking about in domestic quantity, but in manually, we just remove the seeds from it. Because when the seeds are inside, you cannot use it to do whatever you want to do. So this is how it is removed. This is the seed. This is the seed of cotton. This is the seed. So even if you are a baby, you are a child, you have grown, you have used cotton one way or the other. Please just subscribe to Biama TV on YouTube and like our Facebook page, Biama TV, because we intend bringing you a lot of stuff, things that maybe you've not seen for a long time, especially if you have traveled outside Ghana, or even you are living in a city for a long time. This one you cannot see it anywhere. Like, I lived in Accra for more than 20 years in Ghana. I never saw this thing until I came to one of the regions, specifically Ahafo region, Goso. And I came across this tree. So I said, no, this is something that I had to share it with my viewers, so that anytime you are putting on cloth, you are using a towel, you are using a thread, you see African kente, you can understand that its raw material is produced from cotton. Thank you for watching.